Is it possible to tell if a woman has recently had sex? Whether you're curious, questioning, or simply exploring the topic, the signs might be more noticeable than you think. Today, we'll uncover 5 key indicators that can provide some unexpected insights. These signs go beyond just physical changes. They are often deeply connected to emotions and behavior. By observing subtle cues, you can gain a better understanding of how sex might influence her demeanor and actions. These signs can help you better understand the women in your life and offer insights into female sexuality. Let's explore 5 specific indicators of her sex. By recognizing these subtle changes, you'll gain a clearer perspective on what they might mean, and they want to spend their nights with you with a romantic hookup. 1. Her mood changes. Noticeably, a significant shift in her mood is often one of the first signs that might indicate she's recently had sex. After sex, the body releases feel-good hormones like oxytocin and endorphins, which create a sense of calm, happiness, and emotional connection. If the experience was positive, she might appear unusually cheerful, relaxed, or at ease. Her behavior might seem more playful or affectionate, and she could carry an air of contentment that feels different from her usual self. On the other hand, if the sexual encounter wasn't satisfying or brought up emotional challenges, her mood might shift in the opposite direction. She could seem distant, irritable, or withdrawn, possibly as a way of processing her feelings about the experience. A study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior revealed that emotional responses to sex vary widely among women, influenced by the circumstances of the encounter, their emotional state, and the dynamics with their partner. So, while a sudden mood change might be a clue, it's crucial to consider other factors. External stresses, personal challenges, or even hormonal fluctuations unrelated to sex can also impact mood. Observing these changes within the larger context of her life will give you a clearer understanding. 2. She has a post-sex glow. It is a widely recognized phenomenon backed by physiological science. This isn't just a myth or an exaggerated romantic concept. It's a real physical reaction. After sex, increased blood flow and the release of endorphins contribute to a natural radiance in her appearance. Her skin might look brighter and more vibrant, with a noticeable warmth or rosy flush, especially around her cheeks. Dermatologists explain that this glow is a direct result of enhanced circulation during sexual activity. The physical exertion, combined with the hormonal changes, temporarily boosts skin health and gives it a refreshed, healthy look. Additionally, the release of stress-relieving hormones like oxytocin can reduce tension, making her facial expressions softer and more relaxed. This glow often lasts for hours, but it's essential to recognize that similar changes can occur after activities like exercise, yoga, or even a long walk. While the post-sex glow can be an indicator, it's not a foolproof sign, and it's always wise to consider the full picture before jumping to conclusions. 3. Her body language changes. Body language can be an open book if you know how to read it, and after sex, a woman's body language may undergo subtle but noticeable changes. She might appear more relaxed, her movements more fluid, or her posture more open and confident. This isn't something she consciously does. It's her body reflecting an inner sense of contentment and ease. For example, you might notice her leaning in closer during conversations, sitting back more comfortably, or maintaining steady and soft eye contact. She may unconsciously project a sense of calmness and satisfaction, especially if the experience was enjoyable and fulfilling. Research in nonverbal communication suggests that positive, intimate experiences can lead to more expressive body language, such as using her hands more while talking or standing with an air of ease and grace. Another thing to observe is whether she seems more physically affectionate or playful in her gestures. Maybe she lightly touches your arm while speaking, tilts her head in a relaxed manner, or positions herself closer to you than usual. These subtle movements can indicate that she's feeling emotionally and physically at ease, and potentially radiating post-sexual confidence. It's important to note that body language can change for many reasons, not just because of sex. Stress, a good day, or even simple comfort in your presence can lead to these shifts. Look at her behavior holistically. Combine these nonverbal cues with other signs to better understand her state of mind. 4. She drops hints in conversation. Sometimes it's not her actions, but her words or the way she phrases them that can reveal a lot. Women might unintentionally drop subtle hints about a recent sexual encounter through their conversations, often without even realizing it. These hints may include vague mentions of how she spent her time, playful comments about feeling great, or indirect references to someone she recently saw. For instance, she might talk about being too tired after last night or laugh about something funny that happened without providing full context. If she had a positive sexual experience, her tone might be more teasing or playful, and you may notice a slight smirk or sparkle in her eyes as she talks. Research in conversational behavior shows that people often use indirect language to allude to private experiences, especially when they feel confident or satisfied about them. You might also notice her being deliberately vague about her plans or who she spent time with. She might say something like, "I had a really interesting night," followed by a knowing smile or a laugh. On the flip side, if the encounter wasn't entirely positive, her conversation might include subtle frustration or avoidance of certain topics. Pay close attention to her tone, choice of words, and even what she chooses not to say. If she seems more expressive, lighthearted, or secretive than usual, it could be a clue that something significant, like a recent sexual encounter, has happened. But don't jump to conclusions based solely on her words. Always consider her overall demeanor and other signs before forming a judgment. 5. Her behavior in the hours after. Her actions and habits in the hours following an intimate encounter can offer subtle yet telling signs. If a woman has recently had sex, she might exhibit lingering signs of arousal or heightened self-awareness. For instance, she could be touching her face or neck more frequently, adjusting her clothing, or spending extra time checking her reflection in mirrors. These small gestures often indicate a heightened awareness of her appearance and body, which can be a natural response to feeling desirable and attractive. Research on post-sex behavior also reveals that many women feel a strong urge to maintain their sense of cleanliness or allure. She might excuse herself to freshen up more often or even take longer showers than usual. These behaviors aren't just about hygiene. They're linked to an emotional and psychological state of wanting to feel polished and put together. Take note of how she acts after returning from a date or being away for a few hours. Does she seem more attentive to her appearance than usual? Perhaps she's fixing her hair, smoothing her clothes, or applying fresh makeup. These subtle actions might point to an encounter that has left her feeling self-aware or even glowing with confidence. Another aspect to observe is her energy level. She might appear unusually relaxed, calm, or content, almost like she's carrying a sense of satisfaction. Alternatively, if the experience was emotionally challenging, she might appear more reserved or distracted. The key is to focus on patterns that seem out of the ordinary for her. That said, it's essential to approach these observations with care and respect. People's behaviors can change for countless reasons. Anything from a good workout to a stressful day can influence how someone carries themselves. Context is critical, and making assumptions without deeper understanding can lead to unnecessary misunderstandings. Now that we've explored these 5 signs, you might wonder, what should you do if you notice them? The answer lies in how you handle the situation with maturity and respect. Jumping to conclusions or probing into someone's private life is never the right approach. Instead, focus on building open communication and trust. To recap, the 5 signs to look out for are 1. A significant change in her mood. 2. A radiant, glowing complexion. 3. Relaxed and open body language. 4. Subtle hints or playful comments in conversation. 5. A heightened attention to her appearance and behavior in the hours after. Each of these clues can give you insights, but they're only indicators and not definitive answers. Always approach such observations with sensitivity and respect for her privacy. It's essential to approach these observations with understanding and caution. Everyone deserves respect, and relationships thrive on trust and communication. While these signs might give you insights, they're just pieces of a much bigger puzzle. Always remember, no matter how curious you are, respect and empathy should come first. If you found these insights helpful, don't hesitate to share them. Whether it's with friends or someone who might benefit from this knowledge, passing it on could make a difference. Supporting thoughtful discussions like these helps us bring you more content that delves deep into the psychology of attraction, relationships, and human behavior. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What signs have you noticed in your own experiences? Have any of these indicators ever stood out to you? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. It's a great way to learn from one another. Sometimes, personal stories and shared experiences can open up new perspectives and provide clarity for those navigating similar situations. At the end of the day, it's not just about identifying signs, it's about how you use that knowledge to strengthen connections. Relationships aren't about assumptions or conclusions. They're about understanding, communication, and mutual respect. Use these insights as tools, not rules, to better understand and connect with the people in your life. Before we wrap up, here's a thought to leave you with. True connection comes from being present and attentive to your partner's needs and feelings. Focus on building trust and showing care, and you'll find that mutual understanding naturally follows. Thank you for being part of this conversation. Keep exploring the fascinating world of human connection and never stop learning. Until next time, stay curious and compassionate in all your relationships. If you're curious about how women subtly signal their interest in men, check out our previous video where we decode key behaviors that reveal attraction. It's packed with insights that can help you better understand the dynamics of dating and relationships.